when I was growing up, my dad made me watch a lot of History Channel, and I appreciate my old man for that. And there was a documentary on Nostradamus. Nas also did a album, called Nostradamus or something like that. His third or fourth album, which is a really good album. Just throwing out one good rapper. And I'm not a rap fan, but I did like Nas. But I like Nostradamus's, uh, documentary. And he's a prediction, you know, old, medieval predictioner, psychic, some crazy guy that wrote all these ideas high on opium or, I don't know, maybe he was taking a amount of drugs or something, but he predicted a lot of weird stuff that, you know, why would you take the time out when you're already doing inventions to make predictions of what's going to happen in the future? Now, this stuff with Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin and the president of North Korea, it's weird. But the prediction also said later on that, uh, you know, Great Britain was going to be the purveyor of something. I don't remember if it was peace or it was going to be the winner of the war. But it's not that I don't want Britain to win. You know, it's that I don't want to be in a war. I don't want to be in the biggest war, but there might indicate that humanity at this time is getting tired of the way companies are treating us by not training us and not hiring people, and it's forcing people to live below standards, at poverty level arrangements, that they shouldn't have, because you know they're making people go homeless by not training folks, not training human beings to do jobs. These companies are trying to save hundreds of dollars by not hiring people and making people poor. It's totally ridiculous. I'm sitting homeless and thinking, why can't I get a job? I'm trying to get clean, trying to get sober, trying to, watch my temper, watch my behavior. The perfect way to do all that stuff is go have a job, have something to do with your life. Look, looking forward to doing something instead of thinking life's a drag and I don't want to go on no more. And I'm just giving up. I don't want to give up. I just want a job and cut my noise out and work and and find a cheap place to pay rent and forget about landlords totally. But the worst thing, I don't want to end up dying in some stupid war that is overtraining the next generation of kids how to just fight. Let's make peace. And that's not studied in school. Law is not studied in school. Everything leads up to this, weird thought of Nostradamus' prediction, because that humanity is not going to continue, you know, biting the bullet and biting their tongue, ignoring the issue of the companies not training individuals how to, you know, start a new career. The civilization's not going to continue if you don't have efficient jobs for everybody being born, or laws preventing people from not having kids. Which, I don't want to see people, forced into not having children either. But I'd rather not see people forced into being homeless because billionaire companies don't want to hire people or fork out some money to help people have homes. Why ain't our governments taking down billionaires? They're strong enough to do it. I mean, governments are making war. They're inciting it as we speak by not doing something about the job market, by not doing something about hiring people, sobering up a countries, sobering up the country, and finding them something positive to do with their 24-hour day. I don't want Nostradamus's predictions to be true. I don't want to be in a war of wars, the biggest war of war. You know, a war of wars of global proportions, with all countries killing each other just because some billionaire does not want to hire people and he wants to be greedy with his money, and the government not forcing, let's say Jeff Bezos or Richard Bronson or you know Elon Musk to hire more people, to get rid of machines and hire people to do these jobs. Now we already have enough cars. Why does Tesla need robots to build cars? They should be hand built electric vehicles. But greedy people like Elon Musk doesn't want that happen. Doesn't want that to happen. He doesn't want you to have jobs. So, you know, we shouldn't be asking them at this time for money. We should be taking it. They're not giving up their money, and that'd be an easy war to win. Steal all of the billionaires' money, including Mark Zuckerberg as well.